Welcome to another edition of Self-Defense Across America. Okay, so we're back with some more defensive use of a firearm stories for you. We're going to start in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where we have a 38-year-old male victim who was unharmed, and our suspect was an adult male who was killed, and this looks like a carjacking. Philadelphia police said that an unidentified black male, approximate age 18 to 22, allegedly attempted to carjack a vehicle early this morning on the 1400 block of South Water Street in South Philadelphia. He did not expect the vehicle owner, a 38-year-old male, to be carrying a gun. The carjacker was shot one time in the abdomen and was pronounced dead on the scene by the medics. So this is something that these carjackers, they don't expect anybody to fight back. They expect to be in control. And unfortunately for this guy or this kid, he attempted to steal the wrong car, and the car owner had a gun and shot him. And well, we have one less carjacker on the streets of Philly because of it. All right, let's go to Lithonia, Georgia, to a Quiktrip gas station. Our victim was unharmed and an adult male suspect was injured. And this looks like a trespassing charge. A shooting was reported at a gas station in DeKalb County, according to DeKalb County Police. Police said a man was taken to the hospital after a shooting at the Quiktrip in Lithonia. According to investigators, the man was trespassing at the gas station when he shot at a person. The person shot back, hitting the man. The man was then taken to the hospital, although there were no life-threatening injuries. Police said the man suspected of trespassing will be charged with aggravated assault. They do not expect charges to be filed against the person who shot him. In a statement, Quiktrip said they are working with law enforcement to address the incident. This is the second shooting at the gas station in the past 6 months. The other happened in August after an argument between two men. So this guy shoots at somebody and ends up getting shot back at, and he gets hit, and the other guy, it sounds like he was okay. But it sounds like this gas station, I mean, if you've had a couple shootings in just, less than 6 months, it's probably not a very safe place to go. And I say this in a lot of the videos that more and more nowadays, gas stations are becoming unsafe places to be. And you especially don't want to be at one late at night, especially if you're in city limits of any city that's, relatively bad. Okay, let's go to Bennetsville, South Carolina. Our victim was unharmed and our suspect was injured. Man, all the suspects are getting injured today. This one looks like it's a domestic violence. On Monday morning, deputies responded to a domestic call at Goodwin Pond Road, located within Marlborough County, according to Chief Deputy Larry Turner with the Marlborough County Sheriff's Office. Upon arrival, an individual was observed on the outside of the residence with multiple gunshot wounds. Upon clearing the incident location, another individual was located inside the residence with indications of physical abuse, which reportedly led to the shooting incident. The gunshot victim was airlifted by medical personnel, and the second individual was transported by EMS to a nearby hospital for treatment. The investigation is ongoing. Appropriate charges will be filed as determined by the investigators. So it sounds like the person in the home was a victim of domestic violence of some sort of physical abuse, and shot the person that they found outside the residence. Okay, so let's go to St. Louis, Missouri. We don't do a whole ton of stuff on St. Louis for some reason on this channel, which is surprising because I'm sure they got a lot of stuff that we could be covering there. Okay, our victim, a 20-year-old male, was unharmed, and our suspect, another one killed, 34-year-old Donta Stone. This was an armed robbery. All of our victims are being hurt, or all of our suspects are being hurt in this one, or today. Okay, a man was shot and killed while trying to rob two others in South St. Louis Sunday morning. According to St. Louis Metropolitan Police, the shooting took place in the 3500 block of Minnesota Avenue around 3 a.m. Two men with a firearm approached two other people while they were sitting in their car, saying it was a robbery. One of the victims grabbed a firearm inside the car and shot one of the suspects. He was taken to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. The man was later identified as 34-year-old Donta Stone. The two victims fled in the car and contacted police shortly after the incident. The homicide division responded and assumed the ongoing investigation. Anyone with information is urged to call the homicide division directly. So this is something that, like, police and everybody say you should never just sit in your car. Especially if you're in St. Louis, you really shouldn't sit in your car in St. Louis. And especially at 3 a.m. So that's just, it's something that it's not safe to do, especially with the large number of people doing carjackings. If you live out in the middle of nowhere, you live in the country or something like that, it's probably fine. But if you're anywhere in the city, sitting in your vehicle, idling it, or just sitting in it with the engine not running is not advised. And if you talk to any police officer, they'll tell you that it's just not safe anymore to sit in your car. Okay, we're going to go to Cincinnati, Ohio, where we have an adult male who was unharmed. And our suspect, we got two suspects, both males. One is a teen and the other is an adult, and they were both injured. So let's see what those two were up to. One juvenile and another suspect were shot after they attempted to break into a homeowner's car in Bond Hill Sunday morning. Officers were called to the 1900 block of Berkeley Avenue around 2 a.m. A preliminary investigation reveals the two suspects reportedly broke into a blue car. Officers say the homeowner felt threatened by what the suspects were doing, and so the homeowner shot at them 3 or 4 times with his legally owned gun. The juvenile was taken to the UC Medical Center, and the other suspect fled the scene. Officers say the juvenile was conscious when he went to the hospital. The extent of the injuries is unknown at this time. Police are still investigating. So again, you know, these guys, or in this case, kid, they think that they can just do this stuff and they're not going to be met with any resistance from the people that are the victims of these crimes. And in this case, it doesn't say which one. Oh, the juvenile was the one that was shot. So the adult got away and the juvenile was shot. Now, hopefully this juvenile, all it said was he was between 12 and 17 years old. So hopefully he learns from this, from getting shot in this incident, and doesn't do stuff like this ever again. This is a weekly video, so if you like this type of content, hit that like button, leave your thoughts in the comments, and consider subscribing. And I'll catch you next week.